A few months ago, there was a federal court or federal judge ruling indicating that police officers cannot put GPS tracking systems on our cars to keep track of us without obtaining a warrant. And that was a glorious day. We thought, oh my God, look at this. They're actually looking out for our right to privacy. But in this case, the U.S. Court of Appeals for the Sixth Circuit has decided that cops can actually track us using our cell phones, and they do not have to obtain a warrant, thus making the process easier.
Yeah. Oh, it's a pain in the ass. I gotta go get a warrant. I gotta put the thing under your car. I gotta make sure you don't catch me. You all have those smartphones. I just track your ass and courts allow it. That's it. Now they can track you wherever the hell you are.
And it's easier than you guys think, because before, police enforcement would have to go to the phone providers, right? They'd have to go to Verizon or AT&T, and they would need to ask them for access to your phone. But now they've created their own towers that can actually access the phones and track you without having to ask permission from anyone.
It's not like Verizon and AT&T were holding them up much.
Right.
You know, they've been cooperating all along. But even that, they're like, oh, that's a pain in the ass. And understand something. Like, let's say there's a psycho killer out there and we want to track him. By all means, use a smartphone. But that's easy. You just go get a warrant right away. They'll give it to you instantly, right? That's the whole point of a warrant. So you can go in front of a neutral judicial branch member and you say to him, hey, Judge, here's why I got a psycho killer. Can I go track him? And he's going to tell you, by all means, go forward, right? Now, here, what they're doing is they're tracking us through our smartphones without a warrant. So, hey, you know what? I'm interested in where this Kasparian woman is going. You know, Cenk is going to an Occupy protest. Well, let's track him, see where he goes before, where he goes after. You know, let's track the other guys at the Occupy speech that he was at. We don't need a warrant. What difference does it make, right? And that's how our government spies in on us. And we're a frog in a boiling water, and it gets 1 degree hotter every single day, and every single day the rest of the media ignores it, and everybody goes along and, you know, grabs a six-pack and goes, you know, and then one day we're going to wake up and go, oh, they're tracking everything I do, but I didn't do anything wrong. Well, sad day. You agreed to all this, and you never rose up.
I feel like each year I become paranoid about something that they can possibly do to eavesdrop on us, right? And the following year, they go ahead and they do it. So my current fear is that they will be able to access our laptops, which of course they can access our laptops, but they'll turn the camera on, right? And all of a sudden, my laptop is being used as a device to spy on me, and they can see what I'm doing in my bedroom, what I'm doing in my house.
Okay, hold. Now, I put that thought in your guys' head earlier today, right?
With the cell phone,
yeah. You know, your cell phones have cameras, right? Mm-hmm. Now, the cameras can look out, they can also look in, okay? And you, do you remember this story where the schools were tracking the kids through their laptops and through the webcam in the laptops? And those perverts were looking at the kids in their bedrooms, et cetera, saying, oh, we wanted to see if they were doing their homework. Okay.
This is ridiculous.
Sure you did, right? And they weren't. We want to make sure they weren't misusing their laptop. That's why we were looking at them at night with very little clothes on, right? So, if they can do that, can the government look at you through your iPhone or your laptop's camera if they really wanted to? Almost certain. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying they are. I'm saying they can. So, JR, you like to have a bat around. Well, what are you going to do? Smash your own laptop? Have I made you nervous enough yet?
You know, it's weird. The spying stuff, I'm less nervous about. I mean, I'm not even nervous. I wouldn't call it even nervous, but it's just direct people that people don't look out for. I feel like face-to-face confrontation, people are just too busy floating their head in the sky, not knowing the person in front of them. When it comes to surveillance stuff, I don't know, maybe it's because I'm just giving in already and be like, it's going to happen. What are we going to do about it? They got us. Just don't do anything. Now, I don't think that's the way we should just approach it. But what can we do?
I know, but think about them using these devices to spy on you when you're in your private space, right? That scares me.
It's about the people they want to get. So yeah, look, I get it. If you're a plumber in Missouri, they're probably not going to come after you unless you're Joe the plumber or Tom the plumber or one of those guys. Okay, but Julian Assange, they're not trying to tap into his computer at all times. Oh, go on the wrong porn site. See how that turns out, right? And by wrong, I don't mean illegal. I mean whatever. I mean, look at the stuff they used on Assange. He didn't use a condom. Come on, right? So you think they're not looking for any excuse? And almost every time it's a sex charge. Spitzer, sex charge, right? Scott Ritter, who said there was no weapons of mass destruction, sex charge, right? Assange, he didn't use a condom. But what are they going to go to next? I've said this before. You think that if they're spying in on you and they catch anybody watching any kind of porn, you can twist any porn into, can you believe he wanted to have sex with your grandmother?